you go.
Lego Jit here with Chris on another episode of King's Table. Chris has some information for me, and what do you want? What's going on?
So, you love Lego.
I do, in fact, love Lego.
As you all know. It's the only thing that comes in the mail.
It's a love-hate relationship with Lego.
Alright.
I mean, I love Legos, but I hate how they canceled
Your
Castle and do
sets.
Nexo Nights. Not my favorite.
Your
Not
whole
my favorite.
life is just ruined.
My whole life. I hate how they tried to sue me twice. And
that's a story for another day.
Yeah, but okay, it's a love-hate, but
Love-hate.
do. Even still, even them canceling my most favorite line ever and suing me twice, I still...
You still love it. You're still in it.
Yeah, I'm still in it.
What about your feelings towards Lepin?
Lepin, I mean, I enjoy Lepin, not as much as I do Lego, but I mean, it's a great alternative for budget. If you want to save money and don't really care, then Lepin is a great alternative to Lego.
Yeah,
I think the best alternative to Lego.
Well, if you're wanting to get Lepin, I would get it now, because there's been some kind of developments in that world here that I'm going to dive into here in just a second.
What do you mean developments?
There's been some developments.
I don't like the way that sounds.
There's been some developments, people. Now, I'm kind of like you. I prefer Lego. I love Lego. I collect the figures and the sets. I know you're more of the kind of the figures and then building your own sets.
Yeah.
I like both, but I mean, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on one set.
That's why you get it when it first comes out.
Yeah.
If you see something you like, just get it when it first comes out.
See, the thing
is, get two of them just to keep one to sell later, and then have one to play with.
Well, see, a lot of them, I got into the game late. I mean, so some of them were discontinued years before I even got into really Lego. Like, for instance, the Millennium Falcon. The Ultimate Collector's Millennium Falcon. They made it one time.
Yeah, one time.
I mean, that's a $3,000 Lego set. I mean, I want one, but I'm not going to spend it.
What was it originally, like $500?
Yeah, it was $500 for the first edition. Then they did do a second run, but I think it was within the same year, and it was $600. And there it is. But the thing is, you can get the knockoff one for the same price, or excuse me, not for the same price, but like the same pieces, the same everything, for way less than the original price, $177. It's pretty impressive. So I'm probably going to jump on that just because of that reason. Like, I want that set, but I'm not going to spend that much money. Now, there's been some developments, and one of them being, this has been within the last few months, Lego has actually opened up a case against them, like a lawsuit. They're actually trying to go after them.
Some haters. They're
right?
haters.
But the thing is, they don't have, according to my understanding, is that they do not have any actual rights over, because they're in a different country, and Lego doesn't have factories in these places, so they can't technically go after
Oh, it's
them.
kind of like the same similar lawsuits where you have to be represented in the state that you're suing, like your company.
Yeah.
So like you can't sue across state lines.
Exactly. Like we're in the United States and they're over in China. We can't go after them if they try to copy our show and exactly to a T. We couldn't technically go for them, So from my understanding, that's how that works. But Lego is actually opening factories only to shut these places down in the countries that they're being made.
But under what pretenses? Or like what are they saying? Like, you can't have a plastic brick? Then why'd they give away their formula?
Well, that's the thing. They didn't give it away. They just didn't renew their patent to their formula for the plastic. But these companies are actually knocking off everything, the same packaging, and just slapping Lepin over the Lego logo.
So that's trademark.
So that's trade. They're using the same images and same everything. So that right there is an issue. And something else has happened recently. It's kind of interesting. Lepin had a Facebook and an Instagram page, and they were sharing our videos. They were actually
the X-wing, the Y-wing,
the Y-wing, and like our reviews of the minifigures.
Dude,
I mean, they were sharing our
that
stuff.
video has the most views of anything, and I'm not even a part of that. I should have been in that. It's not fair. Lego Jit has to review knockoff Lego.
That was cousin Jake's first episode.
Yeah, it was
on King's Table.
Anyways, yeah.
But they were sharing everything, and I'd actually reached out to them to see about maybe, hey, send them some sets to review them. And then shortly after that, they were just gone. The page was gone, and the Instagram page was just disappeared.
That's the first thing Lego does.
Yeah, so Lego shut them down. Now, I went to their website, and it's called lepinblocks.com, but it's a deactivated website. So Lego's shutting them down as much as they can.
Have you just tried Googling Lepin and see what comes up?
Yeah, so they only sell on AliExpress, which is like the overseas version of Amazon. So it's the only way that they can actually get the stuff out to us. Now, there was one other thing that was interesting that happened more recently than them trying to sue them. And that is overseas in Germany, Italy, and France, the packages are actually being seized by the government over there, the post office. The government is seizing the packages, so they're not allowing Lepin to be distributed in those areas. From my research and my understanding, there could be some discrepancies in that. But according to the research, people are buying stuff over there and they're just not getting their packages.
So is Lepin like giving back their money, or is it, how is that? I mean, that's...
I don't know, but the countries are even getting on board now. Also, it's funny. This is very recent. eBay is starting to not allow them. I was reading an article about a guy that he would buy overseas and then to sell them here in America with a higher price because he did all the legwork of getting it.
Yeah.
And then he was making decent money over the holidays, and then eBay actually shut him down. They told him he couldn't sell anything. Even though he wasn't selling them under the act of these are Lego, he was saying these are like knockoff, custom, whatever, but they're counterfeits. And eBay is actually shutting those people down.
It's not. It's how does it count? I don't understand. Like,
well, they're counterfeit items.
Technically, they're just like really counterfeit.
And which brings me to my final point. And the thing is, everyone, so many people hate Lepin, and they're going after them, saying, "How dare you make these things? You're a disgrace to all the Lego collectors." And I'm reading all these comments. I've even got a few comments here I can show you. I was reading some of these articles. It's over at thebrickset.com. They're pretty popular Lego forum and whatnot. But why isn't people pissed at Lego? See, these companies are making these sets for dirt cheap. It tells you how much that actually costs to manufacture these sets. And if you can put out a $40 set and Legos that sells it for $350, that tells you right there that the Legos are ripping you off.
Yeah, and since Lego has gotten more popular, they have had other factories outside of Denmark printing Lego that are not accurate to their bricks. If you have those single 1x1 column things that are supposed to be 5 bricks tall exactly, they're not. They're wrong. They're just a hint shorter. So if you stack a bunch of those on together, they're not going to match up.
Well, I don't know if you know this either. Lego, you know, like those keychains, like the flashlight keychains, or like the head organizers, or all those other knick-knacky things. Lego actually doesn't make those. Period. Those are subcontracted out to other companies, like the clocks and things. Those aren't made by Lego. You actually look on the back of the package and read at the bottom, and it says manufactured. One of them is actually manufactured in Seattle. Those keychain flashlights.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Seattle, Washington. At least they were. I don't know about now. I looked a couple of years ago and saw it. But so Lego only makes the bricks and the minifigures, and that's it. But it goes to show you if Lepin can sell these things for nothing, and it just goes to show what Legos is kind of ripping people off. Now, there are paying the people to design it, and which costs some money, sure. But these people are manufacturing, and come on, they're ripping it. You're kind of getting ripped off from Lego. I'm sorry, Lego. I mean, I love you, Lego. I'm still gonna buy your product, but it kind of shows you how much it really costs to make this stuff, and it's the same material. Because Lego, you don't have your formula to your patent, or your patent to your formula is kind of public knowledge. Yeah,
can they patent it after it's already public knowledge?
No, because they let it lapse, so it's open source. Because they're trying to come up with a more environmentally friendly formula, like a biodegradable stuff. And that's what they're working on now, and that's what they're...
Oh, what are you going to use, like corn or something?
Yeah, probably
like
corn
ethanol or whatever it's called?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. But,
oh, man.
Yeah. Like, I was reading some of these comments. Now, the one thing I would say that Lepin is kind of dirty about is it's one thing to steal from Lego, but they're actually stealing from other people. So, like, some of your creations that you posted... Like, or if you were to post them, Lepin is actually stealing those.
Well, that's why I don't share stuff.
Like some of the idea stuff, like they've made it, which is really cool for consumers that want to buy it.
Oh yeah, because the creator of those ideas get 1% of the sales.
1% of the sales.
That's why.
But Lepin just will take it, and then it's like, oh, well, that's a bummer. But and they're also making sets that people sell instructions on the internet to, and they're actually making those, and those people are getting upset. That's a whole other thing for me. I think that's just. Okay, if you're posting publicly, somebody's gonna make it and sell it.
I mean, yeah, that is shady, but that is like, wow, that's kind of like, well, we're gonna do whatever we want to. So that's
but for the ideas section, I think that's kind of dirty. But yet again, those Lego may pass on them and never make it, and this is a way for consumers to get it. So you could look at it both sides.
Yeah, some of those Lego, I like hanging out on that page just because people post up every day. Yeah. And not everything makes it to the 10,000 vote. Like, and some of the stuff that's on there is like obviously really good, and it's surprising. Like the Lego birds idea one is like really, really like.
Well, because they don't have to pay to get licenses. That's the thing. Like you see some of these. What was it? There was Voltron is a possible one that's coming, But there's some of these other ones that there's no way that they would do it because the amount of licenses that they would have to pay just to make that set. It's never going to happen. Or like these Star Wars ones. Have you noticed they've never made a Star Wars one that's made it through? They already have the license to that. They can just make that and don't have to pay the guy the 1%. Like the Ultimate Collector AT-AT, it's been on the list I don't know how many times. They keep putting it in there as, oh, it's in the final rounds of being checked. They're not going to make it. They're going to make it in like 5 or 6 years, and they're just going to make it themselves because they already have the license to it. So it's just stupid stuff like that.
Oh, because then I saw the Xavier School.
Yeah, they're never going to make that.
That was so awesome, though.
It was awesome.
They had like all these custom figs in it, too, that look pretty cool.
They barely have a license with Fox.
Oh, man.
That's why there's hardly any X-Men sets. There's, what, 2? 2 sets? I think that's it. There's the Blackbird and then the Deadpool thing. That's it.
Oh, the helicopter?
Yeah.
Dude, you know how much that set goes for now?
Yeah, like over $100.
$100.
Yeah.
And you know how much the Deadpool from that goes
it's like
for?
$50.
It's like $50 for a single action figure.
But then you can buy the Lepin one for like a nickel.
But yeah, I'm curious to how this is going to turn out. I want to keep... follow Mr. Lepin.
Mr. Lepin.
Hope we don't have to bust him out. So bust him out of jail.
Does Mr. Lepin out?
Guantanamo Bay.
I'm a fan of both. But I would say I prefer Lego, but Lepin is an alternative to get certain things you just can't get.
Yeah, I still haven't actually mixed any of my knockoffs in with my actual Legos.
I haven't either. Other than minifigures.
Yeah, even then I still keep the minifigures
right.
still over here.
Oh, really?
They're like,
no, I got all mine lined up.
No, mine's segregated. Like Lepin's over here.
Okay.
Legos are over here.
This is another interesting little question. So if people are hating Lepin, why are they buying Brick Arms? Why are they buying Forged and whatnot? Why are people hating on Lepin? Is it only the fact that they're copying people?
Well, and then those Brick Warriors, Brick Warrior, Brick Arms are not using copyright images.
Well, they're using Star Wars guns, and then they're copying Halo, and they're copying Mass Effect and all those video games. They're just not calling it Mass Effect. They're calling it the space sword or plasma rifle. Or
Lepin calls their space. They call it what do
they call it Star Plan. They don't call it Star Wars. It's Star Plan.
Yeah, but oh man.
But
they're using images from Lego on their boxes.
They are.
So that's trademark infringement.
Right.
That's
I don't
not
agree with that.
That stop. If they stop doing that, that's one issue they're solved.
Right.
And then it doesn't make sense to me that Lepin's copying something. All these other companies that are copying something, no one cares.
Right.
That's almost like a double standard, double-edged sword, where it's like this is okay, but something really similar to it's not okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
And that I'm confused about, and I try to see both sides to things, and that one's that one I'm a little...
Right. Stop using Legos images.
Then that's it.
Then
perfectly fine.
They're done.
They're done. Yeah, right? Because they don't call it Star Wars, or they don't call it Hobbit, or anything.
And all they have to do is just shoot their own products.
Shoot their own photos.
Yeah, and that's it.
And they'd be fine. Now,
we could offer legal advice to Lepin and get on their crew... And then we could be like, oh man, I can't be Lego Jet anymore.
Lepin Jet.
Yeah.
Lepin Jet. But the thing is, not all of the products that they're using, the images, some of them are theirs. Because they're using the idea stuff and they're packaging it and making it. And they had to create the packaging for that. So there is that.
Okay, yeah.
But
so I'm sure it's something trademark infringement. Yeah. And... they're using Lego's imagery, which is they can't do.
If they fix that, then I think everyone might be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because there's not much Lego could do outside of that because they can't stop a company from just making their own.
Right.
Fish. That's not.
So my verdict is, if they change it, stop. And you're okay with Brick Arms, Brick Forge, and Brick Warrior, and all those other companies that make custom printed figures, all those things.
They're using Lego.
Shut up. Just. You guys don't have a leg to stand on there. It's if you can't just single out one thing and hate, and then just everything else just because Lepin's using the actual imagery. I think like you said, it's a double standard. But
yeah, we should just follow up on the story and see how it turns out.
Definitely.
It's not gonna take them very long to figure out the lawsuit. If Lego's gonna get money, they're gonna get it quick.
I don't even know if they're gonna get money. I think their only goal is to shut it down.
That's what they did with me. We'll share that story later.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another table. That's another table talk.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. So, conclusion: Lepin, stop using Lego's imagery, and third-party Lego accessory providers, I mean, don't start using Lego's imagery.
Just don't start. Don't use it and then don't start using it. That's pretty much the end of it, guys. So that was all I want to talk about right here today. So anything else you want to add before we close out?
No, not really. I'm just like...
Are you going to be buying Lepin still?
I mean, while I can.
Yeah. Seriously, I am. I want that Falcon. That's like the number one thing on my list. I want to get that Millennium Falcon. It's so cool. And I'm never going to spend $3,000 on a real one. I'm sorry. I love toys and I love plastic, but not that much.
Well, you get YouTube money and you get $3,000 a day, then you'd be like, well,
yeah. I watch our videos. When we start making $3,000 a day, then I'll buy it, right?
Yeah.
No, I'd rather buy.
You get buy two.
I'd rather take that money and invest it back into the channel and to you guys. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode of the King's Table. See you later.
Alright,
yeah, because I mean, there's all those people that make those custom figures.
Dude, and I like all of them.
I know, but then like the Star Trek ones and some of those movies, everyone loves them and pays for them. They spend a fortune for them.
And they do knock off. They do it. I see Halo guns all the time.
I know. We'll just have Bricks Cascada. It's all the whole Star Trek team. They're $25 each. Yeah, everyone's like okay with it.
Oh man.